Hello, my dear Kababayans. Have you ever wondered where in the world are Filipinos the most loved and appreciated? From the sunlit islands of the Pacific to the bustling cities across the globe, Filipinos always leave a lasting impression. Through their warm smiles, natural talent, and unwavering family spirit, no matter where they are. Today, Pinoy Global Explorer invites you to discover the top 10 countries where Filipinos are not only loved, but truly shine for who they are. Each country on this list will fill you with pride, reminding you that wherever we go, the Pinoy heart continues to spread love, hard work, and faith in life. So sit back, relax, and get ready for a journey filled with inspiration and Filipino pride. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next amazing stories from Pinoy Global Explorer. Now let's begin this journey together. 10. United States. In the United States, over 4.1 million Filipinos call this country home, one of the largest and most influential immigrant communities in America. Among the millions of inspiring success stories, one stands out: Joanne Dela Cruz, a nurse from Iloilo who now works at a hospital in California. Joanne left the Philippines more than 10 years ago with a simple dream: to give her family a better life. When she first arrived in the U.S., everything felt foreign: the language, the culture, and the fast-paced way of life. But with the determination and optimistic spirit of a true Pinoy, she gradually became one of the most dedicated and well-loved nurses at her workplace. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Joanne, along with hundreds of thousands of other Filipino nurses, stood bravely on the front lines, working tirelessly despite the risks. There were times I felt so exhausted I could barely move, but whenever I thought about my patients and my family back home, I knew I had to keep going, she shared. People like Joanne are more than just healthcare workers. They are silent heroes, symbols of Filipino compassion and resilience. Beyond the medical field, Filipinos shine in countless areas: passionate teachers shaping young minds, Filipino-American artists enriching pop culture, and young engineers and entrepreneurs making their mark through hard work and innovation. What makes Filipinos so loved across America isn't just their dedication, but their infectious optimism, warmth, and deep sense of family. Even far from home, they keep their community spirit alive, hosting festivals and cultural fairs that fill every gathering with the warmth and joy only Filipinos can bring. For Joanne and millions like her, the United States isn't just a place to work. It's where they share the Pinoy spirit with the world, carrying love, compassion, and the unwavering belief that wherever they go, Filipinos will always shine. 9. Canada. In Canada, more than 851,000 Filipinos live and work across the country, forming a vibrant, close-knit community deeply loved by locals. Among the many stories of success and resilience, one stands out: Marit Santos, a nurse at a senior care center in Toronto, whose kindness has touched both her patients and co-workers. Marit's left her hometown in Batangas nearly 10 years ago. When she first arrived in Canada, she had to adapt to the biting cold and a world completely different from home. Yet with the warm heart and strong spirit of a Filipina, she soon found her place, becoming one of the most beloved members of the staff. "The elderly here treat me like their own daughter," she says with a smile. "They always tell me I bring them the feeling of family." People like Marit's are truly the heart of Canada's healthcare system, an irreplaceable force, especially amid the country's shortage of caregivers. From nurses and medical assistants to home care workers, Filipinos bring compassion, patience, and dignity to every corner of the healthcare field. But it doesn't stop there. Filipinos also shine in education as teachers, childcare workers, and mentors who not only teach but also share values of kindness, optimism, and respect. What makes the Filipino community so loved in Canada is their strong sense of connection and generosity. Even in a multicultural society, they hold on to their traditions of helping one another. Festivals, shared meals, and charity events reflect a community that is both strong and full of heart. With their friendly smiles, positive spirit, and genuine warmth, Filipinos don't just blend into Canadian society. They make it warmer, kinder, and more human. Because wherever they go, Filipinos always carry with them the light of compassion and the pride of their homeland. 8. New Zealand. Amid the blue skies and endless green fields of New Zealand, a small Filipino community is quietly doing extraordinary things. They may not be many, nor do they seek attention, but they've left a lasting impression on the Kiwi people through their hard work, reliability, and ever-positive spirit. One such story is that of Arvin De La Rosa, a civil engineer from Cebu who now works in Wellington. When Arvin first arrived in New Zealand, he had to adjust to the biting cold and a culture entirely new to him. But with the classic KAYNG-kaya attitude of the Pinoy spirit, the belief that yes, I can do it, he quickly adapted and became one of the most dedicated employees in his company. Here, people don't just look at your skills, Arvin says. They look at how much heart you put into your work. From hospitals to construction sites, Filipinos play vital roles across New Zealand's key industries in healthcare, construction, and education. Compassionate nurses caring for patients, diligent builders shaping the skyline, and kind-hearted teachers guiding young minds all carry the same warmth and dedication that define the Filipino spirit. But what truly makes Filipinos beloved in New Zealand is their ability to blend in while spreading positivity wherever they go. In cities like Auckland, Wellington, and Christchurch, Filipino festivals and community gatherings overflow with laughter, music, and the comforting taste of home. They are more than immigrants. They are bridges of culture, bringing warmth and humanity to the land of Aotearoa. With their friendly smiles and open hearts, Filipinos in New Zealand tell a story of perseverance, belonging, and pride. A small flame that continues to shine brightly in a faraway land. 7. United Arab Emirates, UAE. Amid the golden deserts and towering skyscrapers of Dubai, hundreds of thousands of Filipinos work tirelessly, helping to build one of the most dynamic nations in the world. Among them is Grace Villanueva, a hotel staff member from Davao, a woman who has turned her smile and dedication into her greatest strength, making every guest feel truly at home. Grace arrived in the UAE years ago. In the beginning, she had to face the intense heat and the fast-paced rhythm of city life. But like many Filipinos, she carried with her optimism, hard work, and the gift of genuine hospitality. Here, every smile matters, she says. Sometimes it's your positive attitude that makes someone else's day better. Filipinos in the UAE are admired not only for their warmth and friendliness, but also for their resilience. Far from home, enduring the harsh climate and heavy workload, they stay strong, working hard to support their families and dreams back in the Philippines. They are everywhere. In hospitals, Filipino nurses and technicians care for patients with compassion. On construction sites, engineers and workers from the Philippines help shape the proud skyline of Dubai and Abu Dhabi. And in hotels, restaurants, and service industries, their professionalism and cheerful spirit make them unforgettable. What truly sets them apart is their strong sense of community. Filipinos in the UAE not only work hard, but also lift each other up through festivals, charity drives, and cultural events that bring the warmth of home to the desert. In this land of sand and shining lights, Filipinos stand out not just for what they do, but for who they are. In the UAE, they are more than migrant workers. They are silent ambassadors of dedication, compassion, and Filipino pride. 6. Australia. Under the bright Australian sun, the Filipino community has become an essential part of life in this beautiful country. They are loved not only for their friendliness, but also for their kindness, generosity, and the positive influence they bring to local culture, cuisine, and community life. One heartwarming story is that of Carlo Mendoza, a chef from Pampanga, the culinary capital of the Philippines. Carlo came to Sydney nearly 10 years ago, carrying with him a deep passion for cooking and a dream of sharing the flavors of home with the world. Today, his small restaurant in Marrickville has become a favorite spot where Australians line up to savor authentic adobo, sinigang, and hello hello. People don't just come for the food, Carlo smiles. They come for the feeling of being welcomed like family. Filipinos in Australia are known for their openness and generosity of spirit. They're warm, approachable, and always know how to build connections, at work, in their neighborhoods, or during weekend gatherings. The spirit of Bayanihan, helping one another, lives on strongly, seen in volunteer work, community outreach, and support for new immigrants finding their footing. Beyond that, Filipinos enrich Australian culture through vibrant festivals and traditions, like Sinulog, Flores de Mayo, and lively community feasts filled with music, laughter, and the mouth-watering aroma of Filipino dishes. These events not only celebrate their heritage, but also invite Australians to experience the joy, unity, and compassion that define the Filipino way of life. From flavorful food and genuine smiles to the kindness that radiates through their communities, Filipinos have helped make Australia warmer and more connected than ever. For them, every meal and every gathering is more than just a happy moment. It's their way of showing the world that wherever they go, Filipinos always find a way to share happiness from the heart. 5. Japan. Amid the bustling streets of Tokyo and the soft bloom of cherry blossoms each spring, Filipinos have quietly become a familiar and cherished part of Japanese society. With their politeness, Bayanihan spirit, and remarkable adaptability, they have earned deep respect and affection from the Japanese people. One such story is that of Angela Torres, a nurse from Baguio, who now works at an elderly care center in Osaka. Angela came to Japan through a labor exchange program, carrying both homesickness and worry about the language barrier. But she soon learned Japanese, mastered the graceful art of bowing, and most importantly, discovered how to express kindness through quiet, heartfelt actions, true to both Japanese and Filipino values. "Here, you don't need big words," she says softly. "Sincere actions speak for themselves." Filipinos in Japan stand out for their courtesy and grace. They respect their superiors, work harmoniously with colleagues, and keep their warm smiles even under pressure. This shared sense of discipline, respect, and teamwork has made them deeply appreciated in Japan. The spirit of Bayanihan, helping one another, is alive even in the land of the rising sun. Far from home, Filipinos stay connected, offering support in times of need and coming together for cultural festivals, charity events, and weekend gatherings where laughter and home-cooked meals ease the ache of distance. What's truly admirable is their ability to adapt. In a country known for its precision and order, Filipinos fit in naturally, quick to learn, respectful of rules, and always professional. From hospitals to schools, from offices to care centers, they contribute to making Japan more diverse and compassionate. In a nation where everything runs to the second, Filipinos bring a gentle touch, the softness of kindness, and the sincerity of a smile. They don't just adapt to Japanese culture, they make it warmer, carrying the humble, resilient, and loving heart of the Filipino wherever they go. 4. Singapore. Amid the fast-paced rhythm of the Lion City, the Filipino community, though not large in number, shines brightly with professionalism, optimism, and heartfelt dedication. They work in hospitals, schools, restaurants, and hotels, and wherever they go, they bring laughter, warmth, and an inspiring sense of responsibility. One wonderful story is that of Laura Villamer, a preschool teacher from Quezon City. She came to Singapore with a simple dream: to bring joy and a love for learning to children. On her first day in a classroom full of little ones speaking English with a Singlish twist, she felt a bit nervous. But just a few weeks later, Lara's laughter had become the kids' favorite sound. "Children everywhere need love," she says. "And I teach them with the heart of a mother." Filipinos in Singapore are deeply appreciated for their positive attitude and strong work ethic. They radiate good energy, help their colleagues, and always contribute to their communities. Whether as nurses, technicians, or service workers, they work with dedication, professionalism, and the signature Pinoy can-do spirit. In healthcare, they are the caring hands that heal. In education, they are the patient mentors who guide each child. And in the service industry, they are the friendly faces that customers remember long after. But what truly strengthens the Filipino community in Singapore isn't just their hard work, it's their unity and national pride. During festivals, parks and plazas come alive with Tagalog songs, upbeat music, and the aroma of adobo and pancit, filling the air with the comforting scent of home and bringing Filipinos and Singaporeans together in joy. Small in number but big in heart, Filipinos in Singapore prove that you don't need a crowd to make an impact. With kindness, perseverance, and pride in who they are, they show that wherever they go, the light of the Filipino spirit will always shine bright. 3. United Kingdom. Amid the historic streets of London, where the chimes of Big Ben echo through the mist, Filipinos have quietly become an essential part of life in the United Kingdom. With their kindness, professionalism, and compassion, they've earned the admiration of the British people, not just through their work, but through their character. One beautiful story is that of Joan Manalanson, a nurse from Pampanga who now works at a hospital in Manchester. She once shared, "At first, I was afraid I wouldn't fit in. But while caring for my patients, I realized kindness needs no language, only sincerity." Joan, along with thousands of other Filipino nurses, forms the heart of the UK's healthcare system. They work in hospitals, nursing homes, and community care centers, day and night, giving their best to every patient, no matter how long the shift. Beyond healthcare, Filipinos have made their mark in education as well. From dedicated teachers and patient teaching assistants to support staff who nurture young learners, they don't just teach, they inspire, planting in children's hearts the values of compassion, diligence, and hope that Filipinos hold dear. But the influence of the Filipino community in the UK goes far beyond their professions. Across the country, Philippine cultural festivals like Barrio Fiesta and Philippine Independence Day celebrations have become joyful bridges between two cultures. Lively music, the irresistible aroma of adobo, lechon, and pancit, along with colorful dances and traditional attire, remind everyone, especially those far from home, of the warmth of Filipino heritage. Though they make up a small percentage of the population, Filipinos in the UK have created a powerful impact, one built on professionalism, compassion, and strong community ties. Amid the calm rhythm of British life, they bring the gentle light of a Pinoy smile, proving that wherever they go, Filipinos have the gift of making the world a kinder, brighter place. 2. Spain. Amid the cobblestone streets of Madrid and the sound of guitars echoing through Seville's warm nights, Filipinos have found in Spain a place that feels both new and familiar, a country that shares with them centuries of intertwined history and spirit. Today, more than 150,000 Filipinos call Spain home, not only working and building their lives, but also reconnecting the cultural bridge between two nations long bound by shared heritage. One touching story is that of Elena Ramos, a caregiver in Barcelona. Every morning she rides her bicycle through tree-lined alleys, carrying her gentle smile and soft voice, a warmth her elderly Spanish client lovingly describes as the sunshine of Manila. For Elena, her job isn't a burden. It's a calling of compassion. "The elderly here treat me like their own daughter," she says. "I simply return that love." Elena's story mirrors that of thousands of other Filipinos, hardworking, kind-hearted people who care deeply about what they do. In nursing homes, hospitals, and home care services, they work with sincerity and tenderness, earning the trust and respect of the Spanish people. Beyond healthcare, Filipinos also shine in the service industry, in restaurants, hotels, retail, and customer service. Wherever they are, they stand out for their professionalism, positivity, and genuine care. Customers don't just return for good service. They come back for the warm smiles and the way Filipinos make them feel valued. Outside of work, Filipinos in Spain proudly keep their culture alive. They celebrate colorful festivals like Sinulog, Pahiyas, and Barrio Fiesta, filling plazas with music, food, and vibrant traditional dances that blend beautifully with Spain's own passionate Latin soul. The Spanish embrace this warmth and joy, while Filipinos take pride in seeing their heritage welcomed with such affection. Though far from home, the Filipino community in Spain continues to embody kindness, optimism, and national pride. In the land of sunshine and flamenco, they shine quietly yet beautifully, steadfast, gentle, and full of heart. 1. Germany. Amid the peaceful streets of Berlin and the sound of church bells echoing across the European sky, Filipinos have quietly become part of the heartbeat of Germany, a nation known for its precision, discipline, and efficiency. Though numbering just over 35,000, they have built a lasting and deeply human impact, especially in the field of healthcare. One inspiring story is that of Melissa Ortega, a nurse from Iloilo who now works at a senior care home in Hamburg. She came to Germany through an international healthcare recruitment program, carrying a dream that was both simple and profound: to care for others with my heart. In her early days, the greatest challenge was language and culture, but Melissa never gave up. She studied German every night, practiced greetings and smiles, until one day, her elderly patients began calling her affectionately, Unsere Melissa, our Melissa. Her story reflects what makes Filipinos so respected across Germany: professionalism, dedication, and resilience. In hospitals and nursing homes, Filipino nurses bring not only skill and expertise, but also warmth and empathy, qualities that gently balance the fast, precise rhythm of German life. Their presence in the healthcare sector has helped strengthen the quality of care across many regions. They work not just as caregivers, but as companions, bringing comfort, joy, and humanity to those they serve. Beyond healthcare, Filipinos contribute to education, service, and industry, where they are known for their discipline, honesty, and strong sense of responsibility. Though their numbers are small, every Filipino in Germany stands as a symbol of cultural harmony, blending German precision with the warmth and adaptability of the Pinoy spirit. The German people admire them for their sincerity and determination, seeing in them a nation that works hard yet never forgets to smile. In the heart of Europe, Filipinos in Germany do more than support the healthcare system or the economy. They spread values that truly matter: compassion, professionalism, and love. And it is this quiet, genuine warmth that makes them the silent ambassadors of humanity in a country built on discipline and reason. And so, we've reached the end of our journey through the top 10 countries where Filipinos are most loved and respected. From the hard-working hands that build the world, to the warm hearts that bring people together. Whether in the vibrant streets of the United States, the friendly neighborhoods of Canada, or anywhere across the globe, Filipinos continue to leave an unforgettable mark through their resilience, joy, and deep love for family. And tell me, don't you feel proud? I know I definitely do. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share it with your friends, and leave us a comment below. Which country do you think honors Filipinos the most? See you in the next episode, where we'll continue to share the Pinoy spirit with the world, one story at a time. This is Pinoy Global Explorer, where the Filipino heart connects with stories from around the globe.